All right, what is going on, everybody? Not from my normal setup am I recording tonight, but I wanted to get up a recap for you guys for the Pacers versus the Phoenix Suns, a game that was absolutely wild, got absolutely crazy right at the end, and really came down to the final shot or the final miss from the Phoenix Suns. And so, lots to talk about in this game, guys. Now, obviously, first and foremost, the Pacers still without Tyrese Haliburton. They're able to win last night against the 76ers, very shorthanded, although the 76ers also were shorthanded as well. But the Pacers kind of started off this game not the greatest, if you will. They got outscored 40-31 in that first quarter. Devin Booker, of course, just absolutely lit up the Pacers. I mean, you want to look at what Devin Booker was able to do. In total, Devin Booker had 62 points in this game. They were not able to guard him all day long. He had 29 points in the first quarter alone. And so, of course, everybody's thinking, oh, man, this could get very ugly if Devin Booker continues to go off. And while I definitely think he cooled off a little bit more in that second half, he still, like I said, finished with 62 points, attempted 37 field goals. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy output from Devin Booker in this game. But outside of him, Kevin Durant was the second leading scorer with only 20. And so those two guys, I mean, you look at the Suns scored 131. Those two guys alone scored 82 of the Suns 131. And so when you look at the rest of the players, I mean, out of your starters, I mean, Bradley Beal, I guess, was your next best guy from your starting bunch, and he only had 12. So Pacers did a really good job, at containing everybody else, and Devin Booker just kind of went off. And then when it mattered, of course, Devin Booker kind of slips. He attempts that final shot. Was there contact? Was there not? I know some people were debating, but whatever. I feel like the Pacers never get those type of calls, so it was definitely refreshing to see that. But Booker obviously continues to just absolutely dominate and had a great performance tonight. And that's been kind of the thing the Pacers had really struggled in, was not allowing best players on the team to do what they did. And unfortunately, Booker was able to do that. Now, the good thing for the Pacers were that Booker, despite scoring 62 points, they still were able to pull it out. And I think a big reason why, again, Pascal Siakam, he's another guy that just continues. The last 2 weeks, the last two games, he has just been clearly the best player on the court for the Pacers. He finished in 33 minutes with 31 points, 4 assists on the game. He was 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. The one thing he continues to struggle in for whatever reason has been his free throw attempts. He wasn't that great with free throw attempts. He was 1 of 3 tonight. But again, Pascal Siakam, what he's able to do, the things he's able to create, the space, the things he's able to find, it's just unmatched. And so you definitely see Pascal Siakam kind of emerging as that leader already with Indiana. And look how short of time he's had with them. I mean, it's been, like 10 days or whatever that Pascal Siakam's been a Pacer, and he's already making a major impact on this team. Aaron Nesmith, another strong performance, 22 points on the day, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 13 shooting, 3 of 6 beyond the arc, and 3 of 4 on his field goals. Andrew Nembhard, and again, another good performance from him as well. 22 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists, 10 of 16 shooting. Miles Turner kind of had an off day a little bit in this one. Only 18 minutes for Turner, only finished with 5 points. Wasn't necessarily his night. He attempted 2 3-pointers, was off on both of them. So not a great game for him. But the good thing was Obi Toppin definitely filled in very, very well off the bench. He had 23 points in this game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a really, really strong performance tonight. Great to see that from him. Jalen Smith had a pretty good game. I felt like he kind of struggled against the 76ers. He didn't have his best performance. Nice bounce back for him with 13 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. Buddy Hield, 14 minutes, only 2 points, so didn't attempt a whole lot of shots tonight, but it seemed to work in the Pacers' favor. And even when he did attempt, was kind of off tonight. And then just a couple other guys, Matherin, 11 points. So the Pacers got some good work from a few of their starters and also some of their bench players as well. And obviously the Pacers were down at one point by double digits, and they were able to storm back, were able to really do a lot of good things. I tell you what, man, it's been awesome to see Nembhard. I feel like he has just continued to step it up. And he just was so active tonight. And I love to see that from that guy. And so Pacers, again, very shorthanded, an absolutely crazy game where you wonder, can the Pacers finish? We've seen them in situations in the past where they haven't been able to this season, where they've had a couple moments, where they've had a couple opportunities. I even think a couple days ago, when they were playing against, Jokic and those boys over there in Denver, they weren't able to finish. The Pacers had the lead in that first half, and they kind of started to crumble down the stretch. And so can they finish some of these games and win some of these tight contests? And they definitely proved in this one that they were able to do that. And so it'll be interesting to see, like I said at the beginning, guys, will the Pacers be able to get back Tyrese Haliburton coming up here in the next game or in the next couple games? And how much will that change what the Pacers are able to do offensively? They still are absolutely incredible at scoring. The best scoring offense in the NBA. How much more with the addition of Tyrese Haliburton fully healthy will that elevate this team to another level? And so it's been very impressive what the Pacers have been able to do. Even in the games they haven't won, they've been very competitive with some very good teams. And, this team, Phoenix, they're right there, man. They're a playoff team as well. They're right there in the mix. And so it's great to see the Pacers going out and performing well against a playoff level caliber team. Despite the fact that Devin Booker did that to you, you still were able to hold on. You still were able to show your resiliency. And I loved what Rick Carlisle had to say after the game, talking about how the Pacers play all the minutes of basketball. That's what Pacer basketball is. It's playing all the minutes. And that's just something that you can never count this Pacer team out, even if things don't look the greatest. There's a couple times in that game where I was like, oh, man, this could get bad. The Pacers could let this go, and they could let the Suns get on a run here. And to their credit, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, the Pacers were able to regroup, hold on, and were able to finish, and were able to win a tightly contested game. And so, those are the type of games that you need if you're a team contending for the playoffs. You need to be able to pull out those tightly contested games like this, even if you are shorthanded, like the Pacers were tonight. And they were able to do it. They were able to finish when it mattered. And so, guys, let me know your overall thoughts here on this Pacers win against the Suns. Like I said, it went right down to the wire. Pacers were able to hold on after they went ahead by 2 with like 3 seconds left to go. And then Devin Booker obviously attempted that three-pointer, kind of slipped off the, inbound and wasn't able to really come anywhere close to making that shot. Let me know your guys' thoughts overall here on this Pacers game. Also, guys, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff, so you know when we drop fresh content just like this. Guys, we are right at 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. Keep that momentum going. I would greatly appreciate if you guys would do me a favor and share it with people and continue to push the word out that we are covering the Pacers now. We'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers here and start potentially, getting some ads on the videos and stuff like that, and start being monetized for covering the Indiana Pacers. Guys, like we said before, we're kind of new at covering the Pacers and covering the NBA in general. So apologies if some of the terms aren't necessarily correct. We're learning as we're going here, but greatly appreciate everyone who has supported us and will continue to support us as we kind of get into the groove here when it comes to covering a team like the Pacers and really covering the NBA in general. So guys, let me know your overall thoughts here on this Pacers win. Again, the Pacers now continue to make the push to the playoffs. They right now sit at a 26-20 record. So definitely great to see the Pacers the last 2 weeks, or the last 2 games rather, to be able to pull out some impressive victories. Guys, let me know your overall thoughts, but that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, guys, go Pacers.